Wars are always a time full of confusion and chaos. People are scared for their lives, and the world is in complete mayhem. In all of this confusion, a lot of weird and mysterious things happen that can't be explained logically. In fact, people even see things that make no sense, but they can swear it's real. Things like strange monsters or beasts, for example. So today, we're going to take a look at some of the strangest and creepiest monster sightings that occurred during wartime. Number 1. The Apes of Vietnam. The Vietnam War left quite a mark in history and in the minds of the people that were there to witness it. People were in chaos, fighting for their lives and for many other reasons. But some strange stuff happened during the war. One of these is the sighting of a weird ape-like creature. According to several accounts from the soldiers fighting on both sides, they had encountered some ape-like humanoid creatures with reddish hair all over. They even fought against them and exchanged a few blows. No one could explain what they were, and they were never spotted again. As if this isn't strange enough, you'll be surprised to know Vietnam actually doesn't have a native species of apes. So just what were these creatures? It will always remain a mystery. Number 2. 100-foot-long snake. Snakes are already terrifying. Even the small ones can be dangerous. A 100-foot-long one is just straight up a thing out of a nightmare. But in the Vietnam War, some soldiers claim to have seen a humongous snake of 100 feet in length, with a 3-foot-wide head. To put into perspective, the longest snake ever sighted and recorded is a 25-foot-long python named Medusa. Some explanations for this sighting could stem from Vietnamese folklore. It is called the Bull Eater. The snake in question does match the description, but the fact that it was never spotted again shrouds this whole thing in mystery. It could be that in their confusion, the soldiers exaggerated a bit too much because if not, then there's a huge snake out there slithering its way around. Number 3. The U28C Crocodile. During World War I, while fighting against a British steamer called Iberian, the captain of the German submarine U-28 witnessed something bizarre. Right after they sank the Iberian and watched it go down under, an explosion was heard, possibly caused by the ship's engine. Baron von Forstner mentioned the whole ordeal in an article that he wrote. He claimed that after the explosion occurred, a 20-foot-long creature was thrown out of the water. He described it as a crocodile-like creature, with long legs and a long head that tapered towards the nose. Scientists speculated that this could be a species from the Thalattosuchia genus, which were giant sea crocodiles from the Jurassic period. Another possibility is that Baron made the whole thing up or confused it with another animal. Number 4. The Morbach Monster. According to the German tale of Wittlich, a deserter from Napoleon's army arrived in town and assaulted and murdered a local farmer and his wife. However, before the farmer's wife died, she cursed the wild soldier, turning him into a monster wolf. The beast, enraged, rampaged over the countryside until it was chased down and slain by a crowd of townspeople. However, some American servicemen who were stationed near the town during the Cold War had some interesting accounts to share. Some described a wolf-like creature that was standing on its hind legs. The beast took a few long strides before jumping right over their heads and over the fence. Other accounts describe being stalked by a creature. When they tried to send their dogs after it, they just trembled in fear and refused to track down the thing. Of course, these might just be ordinary wolves that the soldiers spotted, but some claim that they had seen wolves before and that creature was nothing like them. Number 5. The Brasnow Dragon. The legend goes that Lake Brasnow, located a bit south of Moscow, is home to a dragon. It emerged when a horde of Tartar horsemen were on their way to attack the town, and it drove them away, keeping the town safe. To test the legend, a Russian UFO group sent sonar readings and reported a jelly-like mass at the bottom of the lake. They immediately tried to provoke it to come out, but lucky for them, no dragon emerged to attack them. However, this supposed dragon has been claimed to have swallowed an entire German plane during World War II. Whether there's any truth to these stories of the Russian Loch Ness Monster is still a mystery. Number 6. The World War II Kraken. Everybody knows about the Scandinavian mythical monster known as the Kraken. It has several Hollywood movies attributed to its legend. And ever since the sighting of the colossal squid, the existence of this creature or something similar isn't all that implausible, especially with some occasional sightings to go with the rumors. The most famous account is that of A.G. Starkey. A.G. Starkey was standing on the deck of his British trawler on its way to the Maldives one evening when he noticed something in the water and focused his flashlight on it. His account goes something like this. As I gazed, fascinated, a circle of green light glowed in my area of illumination. This green, unwinking orb, I suddenly realized, was an eye. The surface of the water undulated with some strange disturbance. Gradually, I realized that I was gazing almost point-blank at a huge squid. The claims are quite believable, although exaggerated, since Starkey claimed that he walked the entire length of the ship to see it from head to toe. They are fascinating nonetheless. Number 7. The Mist. Monsters don't need to have a physical form. Take this account from Robert L. Pollock, for example. In an interview, he described a strange mist that he saw. He said it was whirling around clockwise and had covered the back end of the aircraft in seconds. His crew members were also shocked by it, but they knew this wasn't just an ordinary smoke cloud. When trying to touch it, the mist dissipated from vision. When the craft entered the mist, they found that it completely blocked vision but had no smell or taste of any kind. Eventually, it went back in reverse and was never seen again. Number 8. The Almas. Not only do Russians have their own Loch Ness Monster in the form of the Brasnow, they also have their own Bigfoot legend. It is described as a short ape-like creature and is called Almas. One of the most famous Almas sightings occurred in 1925, while General Mikhail Topilsky was searching for pockets of anti-Soviet resistance in the region. Topilsky was interrogating a captured guerrilla when he was told that the rebels had been assaulted by weird monsters in a nearby cave. Topilsky, intrigued, proceeded to explore and soon discovered an odd dead corpse. Myra Shackley describes the creature in her book as elderly, 5 foot 5 inches tall, with gray and brownish hair around his chest and legs. The face was bare with no mustache or beard. Unfortunately, Topilsky ordered his men to bury the creature instead of taking it with him, destroying any evidence of the creature's existence. Number 9. The Oswang Vampire. Officials sometimes used myths as a strategic advantage in wars to scare their enemies. One such account is from American Air Force officer Colonel Edward Lansdale. He used local vampire legends of the Oswang to his advantage. On a trail to ambush a Huk squadron, the team stealthily captured the last man on the patrol. They punctured 2 holes in his neck, drained his body of blood, then left it to rot on the trail. It worked just as planned, and the Huks went away instantly. Clearly they were terrified of whatever these Oswang creatures were, whether they were real or not. Number 10. The Congo Snake. Out of all these sightings, this is the only one that has some sort of evidence, no matter how cryptic. The account is of a 50-foot snake, as narrated by Colonel Remy van Leerd. Colonel Remy van Leerd was a Belgian pilot who gained notoriety as a result of his courageous actions during World War II. During one of his missions, he was flying over a jungle in a helicopter when he spotted the creature. It was a 50-foot-long snake, dark green with a white belly. He said that it looked ready to pounce at the helicopter, but luckily, they weren't flying that close to the ground. He snapped a picture of it, which is quite blurry and doesn't give a good look at the size. But the colonel stuck to his claims, saying that the creature could swallow a man whole.